The spiritual train has left the station, and most people didn't even hear it pull away. Angela Nelson, who's studied energetic portals for decades, says the awakening timeline shifted years ago, while millions stayed asleep. But today, January 11th, 2026, something extraordinary opens. A gateway so potent it can compress a lifetime of growth into hours. Let's unlock what's waiting for you right now. Why you're actually running behind. There's been a split happening, quietly, invisibly, but unmistakably real. Over the past few years, certain souls have been accelerating at a pace that seems almost supernatural, waking up to truths that used to take decades to grasp, releasing patterns that typically require years of therapy, connecting to higher guidance, as if a veil just lifted overnight. And if you've been watching this happen around you, feeling like everyone else got some memo you didn't receive, some invitation you weren't given, you're not imagining it. Angela Nelson describes this as the Great Divergence, a period where those who were energetically prepared began moving onto a faster track, while others, through no fault of their own, remained on the slower path. Not because they're less spiritual or less worthy, but because timing is everything in the universe, and their timing simply hadn't arrived yet. The reason you're late isn't what you think. It's not because you didn't meditate enough, didn't read the right books, didn't attend the right workshops, or follow the right teachers. It's because your soul was still completing something, finishing lessons, clearing karma, healing wounds that had to be healed before you could handle the intensity of what's coming next. Think of it like school. You can't skip grades just because you want to. You have to complete the curriculum. And while others moved forward because they'd finished their work earlier, you stayed back, not in punishment, but in preparation. The problem is that now, the acceleration is reaching a point where the gap between those who moved ahead and those who didn't is widening so fast that catching up seems impossible. That's the anxiety you've been feeling, that sense of urgency without knowing exactly what you're urgent about. But here's what Angela emphasizes, and this is critical. Being late doesn't mean being lost. It doesn't mean you've missed your chance at awakening or that you're destined to stay stuck while everyone else ascends. What it means is that you've been on a different timeline, one that required you to go slower, go deeper, build a foundation that others didn't need because they'd built it in previous lifetimes. And now, the universe is offering something rare, a shortcut. Not the kind that skips the work, but the kind that accelerates the results. The 1111 portal opening today is specifically designed for those who are late, for those who've been struggling to catch up, feeling the pressure of falling behind, wondering if they'll ever reach the level of consciousness they see others embodying. This portal is your equalizer, your chance to close the gap, but you have to understand what you're working with. 1111 portal energy explained. Simply, the number 11 has always carried a frequency that's different from other numbers. It's what numerologists call a master number, and it shows up in moments when the universe is trying to get your attention. You've probably noticed it. Glancing at the clock at 1111, seeing it on receipts, license plates, addresses, always at moments when you're thinking about something important or making a significant decision. That's not coincidence, it's resonance. The number 11 represents a doorway, a threshold between one state of consciousness and another, between the old you and the new you, between limitation and expansion. And when you get a double 11, as in 1111, the doorway doesn't just crack open, it swings wide, and anything ready to move through can. Portal energy is something most people misunderstand. They think of it as mystical, abstract, something only psychics or advanced meditators can access. But portals are simply moments when the barrier between dimensions becomes thinner, when the usual rules of time and space loosen their grip, when what's normally impossible becomes suddenly, inexplicably possible. Think of it like a door that's usually locked. Most days, you can stand in front of it and push all you want, but it won't budge. What makes this particular 11/11 portal even more powerful is the date itself, January 11th, 2026. Look at the numbers, 111. And when you add the year, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10, which reduces to 1. So you've got 111-1. A cascade of beginnings, of new starts, of fresh timelines opening. This isn't just an 11/11 portal. It's a hyper-amplified version, strengthened by layers of numerical alignment that only occur once in a generation. The energy available right now is like standing under a waterfall of pure potential. And all you have to do is open yourself to receive it. No complicated rituals, no esoteric knowledge, just willingness, just readiness, just the simple act of saying yes to what's trying to come through. The portal doesn't care if you're late. It doesn't judge. It just offers. And what it's offering today is acceleration beyond anything you've experienced before. What makes January 11th so powerful? January has always been the month of new beginnings. Named after Janus, the Roman god with two faces, one looking back at what was, and one looking forward at what could be. And the 11th day of the first month carries that energy of initiation at its peak. The year is still fresh, still full of possibility, still unmarked by the weight of accumulated choices and consequences. But 2026 adds another layer that most people aren't aware of. This year sits at a unique point in multiple overlapping cycles: astrological, numerological, and what some call the cosmic calendar. We're exiting one major phase of collective consciousness and entering another. And January 11 is the exact pivot point, the hinge upon which the door swings from old world to new. Angela Nelson points to something fascinating about this date. It's not just powerful for individuals, it's powerful for the collective. What happens today ripples out across the entire human family. Because when a portal this strong opens, it doesn't just affect those who consciously engage with it. It affects everyone. Think of it like a frequency broadcast. Those who are tuned in will receive it clearly, strongly, transformatively. But even those who have no idea what's happening, who go about their day completely unaware that anything special is occurring, they'll still feel something. A shift in mood, a sudden clarity about something they've been confused about, an unexpected opening in a situation that seemed stuck. The portal works on multiple levels simultaneously, and the more conscious you are of it, the more intentionally you can work with it. But even unconscious participation still brings change. What makes today different from other 11/11 days you've experienced in the past is the culmination factor. This isn't just a random alignment. This is the convergence of timing, readiness, and necessity. The universe has been building toward this moment for years, moving pieces into place, preparing consciousness, clearing obstacles. And now, everything that's been waiting for the right time, the right frequency, the right conditions, can finally move. Stuck situations can unstick, blocked energy can flow, dormant gifts can activate. People who've been struggling to break through invisible ceilings suddenly find those ceilings dissolving. This is what the mystics call a grace period, a moment when effort and result don't match the usual equation, where a small amount of intention creates a disproportionately large outcome. And the window is open right now. But understanding the power of the portal is only half the equation. Ahead in this video, we'll uncover the cosmic timeline you've been missing, how this gateway can collapse years of work into moments, and the specific signs that you're actually ready for what's about to happen. Keep going. This is where it gets personal. The cosmic timeline you've been missing. While you've been focused on your personal timeline, your daily routines, your immediate concerns, the month-to-month or year-to-year arc of your individual life, there's been another timeline running simultaneously, a larger one, a cosmic schedule that operates on a scale most human minds struggle to comprehend. And that timeline, the one mapped by planetary movements, galactic alignments, and the slow turning of ages, has been ticking forward regardless of whether you were paying attention. Major shifts have been happening. Energetic thresholds crossed, dimensional barriers lowered, frequencies rising, and souls who were tracking these cosmic markers have been preparing, adjusting, aligning themselves with what they knew was coming. They weren't smarter or more spiritual. They were just watching the clock. And you weren't. The cosmic timeline isn't linear the way human time is. It's cyclical, spiraling, moving in waves and rhythms that echo ancient patterns. Every so many years, a window opens. Every so many decades, a gateway activates. Every so many centuries, humanity as a whole is given an opportunity to leap forward in consciousness. And we're in one of those rare centuries. Actually, we're in one of those rare decades. Actually, we're in one of those rare years. And more specifically, one of those rare days. The universe doesn't just randomly scatter opportunities across time. It concentrates them, clusters them, saves up energy, and releases it in bursts during very specific moments when the conditions are right for maximum impact. And the souls who were ready, who'd been doing their inner work, clearing their channels, raising their frequency, they positioned themselves to catch those bursts. That's why they seem to be accelerating so fast. They're surfing a wave you didn't even know was there. But here's the mercy in all of this. The cosmic timeline doesn't leave anyone behind permanently. It circles back. It offers second chances. It understands that not everyone wakes up at the same time or moves at the same pace. And portals like the one opening today are specifically designed as catch-up points. Moments when those who missed earlier opportunities can rejoin the flow, can step back onto the accelerated path, can align with the larger movement of consciousness evolution that's been happening with or without their conscious participation. You haven't been excluded. You haven't been forgotten. You've just been on a different schedule. And today, your schedule and the cosmic schedule finally intersect. The question is whether you'll recognize the intersection when it arrives, whether you'll step through the door that's opening, or whether you'll let fear, doubt, or simple unawareness keep you standing outside while the moment passes. How this gateway accelerates everything. Normal spiritual growth is slow, painfully, frustratingly slow. You work on yourself for months, maybe years, chipping away at patterns, processing trauma, trying to shift beliefs that have been calcified since childhood. And the progress feels incremental at best. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Some days you think you're getting somewhere, and then something triggers you and you're right back where you started, wondering if anything is actually changing at all. That's the normal pace. That's what growth looks like when you're working within the usual constraints of time and density. But portals, true energetic portals, operate outside those constraints. They create what Angela Nelson calls compression events. Moments when the work that would normally take years happens in hours. Not because you're skipping the process, but because the frequency is so high that everything moves faster. Think of it like boiling water. At normal temperature, water just sits there. Molecules moving, yes, but slowly. Not much happening. But add heat, add energy, and suddenly those molecules start moving faster and faster until they reach a tipping point, and the entire substance changes state. Liquid becomes gas. That's transformation. And that's what portal energy does to consciousness. It adds heat. It accelerates the molecular movement of your entire being, mental, emotional, spiritual, until you reach a tipping point, and suddenly you're not the same. What was solid becomes fluid. What was stuck becomes mobile. What was impossible becomes inevitable. And the amount of time it takes to reach that tipping point gets compressed from years into days, or even hours, depending on how open you are to the process. The acceleration isn't just about speed, though. It's about bypassing the usual resistance that slows growth down. Normally, when you try to change, your ego fights back. Your nervous system resists. Your subconscious clings to the familiar even when the familiar is painful. And that resistance, that's what makes transformation so slow and exhausting. But during a portal opening, especially one as powerful as today's 1111 gateway, the resistance drops. Not completely. You're still human, still embodied, still dealing with the physics of being in a dense reality. But the intensity of the portal frequency overrides a lot of the usual resistance. Signs, you're ready for this portal. Not everyone who encounters a portal can use it. And that's not a judgment. It's just reality. Portals are high-frequency events, and if your system isn't calibrated to handle that frequency, trying to force your way through can do more harm than good. It's like plugging a device designed for 110 volts into a 220 volt outlet. You'll blow the circuits. So the universe, in its wisdom, only activates portals for those who are ready. And if you're here, if you found this message, if you're feeling that pull in your chest, that sense of urgency mixed with hope, there's a very good chance you're ready. But let's confirm. Let's look at the signs. Because knowing you're ready eliminates doubt. And doubt is the only thing that can close a door the universe is trying to open. The first sign is exhaustion with your current reality. Not just tiredness, but a soul-deep fatigue with the way your life has been unfolding. You're tired of the same patterns, the same struggles, the same conversations with yourself about why things aren't changing. You've tried. You've worked on yourself. You've read the books, done the practices, made the commitments, and yet, here you are, still feeling like you're running in place. That exhaustion isn't depression. It's readiness. It's your soul saying, I'm done with this level. I'm ready for the next one. And when that exhaustion reaches a certain intensity, the portal responds. It opens because you've hit the threshold. You've completed what this level had to teach you. And staying here any longer would just be repetition, not growth. The second sign is a strange mix of desperation and surrender. You want change so badly it almost hurts, but you've stopped believing you can force it to happen. You've tried controlling, planning, pushing, and none of it worked. So now you're in this odd space of deeply caring but also letting go. That combination, wanting but not grasping, is the exact frequency that portals respond to. Because portals aren't about effort, they're about alignment. And you can't align while you're straining. You can't receive while your fists are clenched. The moment you open your hands, the moment you say, I don't know how to make this happen, but I'm willing to let it happen, that's when the portal recognizes you. That's when it says, okay, this one's ready. And the acceleration begins. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to be willing and tired enough of the old way that you're truly ready for something new. What happens? During 1111, activation, The activation itself is different for everyone, because what needs to shift in you is unique to your journey, your blocks, your specific configuration of wounds and gifts. But there are common elements that most people experience when they consciously engage with portal energy. The first is a sense of time distortion. Minutes feel like hours, or hours feel like minutes. The normal flow of linear time seems to pause or bend. And in that pause, in that bent space, things happen. Insights drop in fully formed. Emotions that have been buried for decades suddenly surface and release. Energy that's been stuck in your body for years starts moving. You might feel heat. You might feel tingling. You might feel waves of emotion washing through you with no apparent trigger. None of this is random. It's recalibration. Your entire system adjusting to a higher frequency. The second common experience is a kind of gentle dismantling. Not violent, not traumatic, but a quiet dissolution of things that have been holding you in place. Beliefs you didn't even know you had suddenly seem absurd. Fears that have controlled you for as long as you can remember suddenly lose their power. Relationships that felt essential suddenly feel optional, not in a cold way, but in a clear way. You see what's actually yours and what you've been carrying for others. You see what serves your path and what's been draining you. And the remarkable thing is, this clarity doesn't come with anguish. Normally, when you realize you need to let something go, there's grief, resistance, a long, painful process of detachment. But during portal activation, things just release, like they were being held by Velcro and someone gently peeled them away. Easy, natural, almost effortless. Why missing this would cost years? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Portals don't stay open forever. They're temporary by nature. Windows that open for hours, sometimes days, and then close again. And once they close, the opportunity they offered closes with them. You can still grow. You can still evolve. You can still make progress on your path. But you'll be doing it the slow way, the hard way, the step-by-step, day-by-day, incremental grind of normal spiritual development. And there's nothing wrong with that. Millions of people walk that path and eventually reach the destination. But it takes time, a lot of time. And if you're already feeling behind, if you're already exhausted by how slow your progress has been, choosing the slow path now means accepting that you'll stay behind. Maybe for years, maybe for the rest of this lifetime. Angela Nelson is very direct about this. She says that people who miss major portals often don't realize what they've lost until much later. They go about their lives, continuing their practices, doing their work, and wondering why nothing seems to shift. Why the breakthrough they're waiting for never comes. Why they're still struggling with the same issues year after year while watching others, who seem to be at the same level, suddenly leap ahead. And the reason is simple. Those others caught the wave. They stepped through the portal when it was open, and the momentum they gained during that brief window carried them forward long after the window closed. It's like catching an updraft. Once you're in it, you can glide for miles with minimal effort. But if you miss it, you're flapping your wings alone, exhausting yourself just to move a few feet. How to align before portal closes. The good news is that aligning with the portal isn't complicated. It doesn't require elaborate rituals, special tools, or advanced esoteric knowledge. What it requires is presence, intention, and willingness. Those three things, held consciously for even a few minutes, are enough to create an opening that the portal energy can rush through. So let's break it down simply. Presence means being here, now, fully in your body, fully aware of this moment. Not lost in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. Just here. Breathe. Feel your body in the chair, your feet on the floor. Notice the sounds around you. Bring yourself completely into now, because portals exist in the present moment. They don't exist in memory or imagination, and you can't step through a door you're not standing in front of. Intention means naming what you want, not vaguely, not in generalities, but specifically. What needs to shift in you? What are you tired of carrying? What version of yourself are you ready to become? You don't have to know how it will happen. You don't have to figure out the steps. You just have to name it clearly. Say it out loud if you can. Write it down if that feels better, but make it concrete. I'm ready to release the fear that's been running my life. I'm ready to step into the gifts I've been hiding. I'm ready to stop playing small and start living from my soul. Whatever it is for you, name it, because the portal responds to clarity. Vague energy gets vague results. Clear intention gets clear transformation. And finally, willingness. This is the hardest part for most people, because it means letting go of control. It means saying, I don't know what this will look like. I don't know what I'll have to release. I don't know how my life will change, but I'm willing to let it happen. That's trust. That's surrender. And that's the frequency that opens the door. You can't force your way through a portal. You can't manipulate it or bargain with it. You can only allow it. Meet it with openness. Say yes without needing to know what yes will cost you. And then, the energy does the rest. You don't have to make transformation happen. You just have to stop blocking it. And in that space of non-resistance, the 1111 frequency floods in and does in minutes what would have taken you years. The portal is open right now, but it won't be for long. And what you do in this moment will determine which timeline you're walking into next. Your window is smaller than you think. Portal energy peaks and fades. It doesn't maintain the same intensity throughout the day or even throughout the hour. There's a crest, a moment of maximum potency, and then it begins to wane. Think of it like a wave at the beach. When it's fully built, you can ride it all the way to shore. But if you wait too long, if you hesitate until the wave is already breaking, you miss it. And the next wave won't be the same. It might be smaller. It might be hours away. Or in the case of portals like this one, it might not come again for years. The 1111 alignment on this specific date, with these specific planetary and numerical configurations, this exact combination won't repeat in your lifetime. Other portals will open, yes. Other opportunities will come, but not this one. Not with this particular flavor of energy. Not with this specific potential. Some of you are feeling resistance right now. A voice in your head saying, this is too much pressure. I can't handle urgent timelines. I need time to think about this. And that voice, that's fear. That's the part of you that's been keeping you stuck, keeping you safe, keeping you in the familiar, even when the familiar is painful. And it's okay to acknowledge that voice, but you don't have to obey it. You can hear it and choose differently. You can say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm choosing growth over safety right now. Because here's the truth. The window is closing. The portal is already beginning to wane. And in a few hours, this moment will be gone. You'll wake up tomorrow in the same reality you woke up in today. Unless you do something now. Unless you open yourself now. Unless you say yes to the acceleration that's being offered. Right here, right now, in this breath. The universe is holding the door. But it won't hold it forever. And what you choose in the next few minutes will echo through the rest of your life.